Just want to say welcome to Day1 TV. First episode, actually, with Day1 logo right there. You see that?
Hey.
Bam. Yeah, bam. Day1 TV, we new and improved. I want to present to you guys from the team, Day1 team.
Right here, right
George
here.
Bateman.
Your boy in the building. Follow me on Instagram at king_Bateman.
And then next to him is my other good buddy from Day1 team as well.
What up? Yo, it's Matt. What's going on, y'all? How y'all doing? BHO guy, baby. How y'all doing today?
And lastly, but not least,
drum roll.
That's right. Our guest, Leo Robles.
Hey. What? Thank you guys for the opportunity. Appreciate being here.
Yeah.
Let the people know. Where can they find you on Instagram?
So on Instagram, it's at I am Leo Robles.
That's right.
Yep.
That's right.
You can find me on Facebook too, Google.
That's right.
All of the above. Yep.
That's
Sweet.
Right.
Yep.
Sweet.
Excited to be here. Thank you guys for the opportunity.
Hey, thank you for coming, brother. Appreciate you.
Yeah, for sure.
Appreciate you.
We excited for today. So
hell yeah.
Man.
Let's start off with, what do you simply do, Leo? Like, what do you do as today, as of right now? What do you do for work and just as yourself?
Cool. Yeah, so my name is Leo Robles. I'm 32 years old. What I do right now is real estate. I run and manage a real estate team. I also grow a real estate company. It's called EXP Real Estate. And I started in the business at 18 years old, actually. I started.
Wow.
Nice. And I was actually inspired at 16, though. I was inspired at 16 when I was doing construction. That's basically what I did before I did real estate. I met somebody that was, dressed nice, that had a nice car in the driveway. He had a big house. And I asked him what he did. And he said, real estate. I'm like, that's what I'm doing in my life. Like, I don't care what it is. I'm like, I don't care what it is. I'm doing that. I wanted that lifestyle, and everything I looked at, it just didn't fit in the lifestyle. So I was looking, where could I put myself that's going to fit into my vision? And that fit in perfectly. So I'm like, okay, cool. I don't care what that is. I'm just going to go ahead and do it. And I dropped out of high school, actually.
Nice.
I dropped out, and senior year, my first day, basically. And at 18, I got my license, and I started. This was in 06, actually. That's when I started. Like my day one in real estate.
Day one.
That's right. My day one.
You see how you did that?
Yeah. That's right. My day one was in 2006, and I started with a small brokerage.
Nice.
I mean, it was cool. And I ended up selling like 8 houses right away. And I was 18, and I made like $85,000 right away. So I felt like the man. I was like making all this money. I went out and I bought a Mercedes Benz. I got the suits, and then I was like, the only thing I'm missing is a house.
Right.
Okay.
So basically, the guys that I was working with were like, hey, dude, we can get you qualified for a house. I'm like, really? How the hell are you going to get me qualified? I'm only like 19 years old. I'm like, don't worry about it. We're going to get you qualified.
We got you.
Yeah, we got you. Yeah, I'm like, you fog a mirror? Does your heart beat? I'm like, that's all you need to qualify. So basically, that's what happened. I bought a house. I bought it for $464,000 in the city of Paris. Interest-only payment.
Nice.
And then the market crashed.
Yeah, 08.
Yes, right. Then the market
dun.
crashed. That lasted. My monthly payments were $3,600. All the money I made went to the house.
Right.
My Mercedes was literally repossessed out of my driveway. I got evicted out of that house. And then I moved back with my dad. And then my dad ended up losing his house at that time too, because I had sold him the house that he bought. He bought it for like $1 million, and his construction company just shrunk. So then we moved into a rental property, and then that rental property, we didn't know that the guy was in default too.
Okay.
So I got evicted from that house.
Wow.
We moved down the street to another pad, and then that guy ended up short selling the house. He had to sell it. And so, long story short, man, in 1 year we moved around 6 times. Got evicted back to back.
Wow.
I felt like quitting. I felt like giving up every single day. I had lost all confidence, all motivation in myself, and I didn't even have a college diploma. Real estate was done for me. I couldn't even do anything there. So, it was like a massive pity party for a good solid year, And then I went into construction again, because that's the only thing I knew how to do.
Yeah.
So I was doing construction again just to keep my cell phone bill, and keep paying that thing.
Yeah.
And after about a year of doing that, I was just like in the back of my mind, I'm like, fuck, man, I failed in real estate. Like, I'm not going to make it anymore. But then I saw this Remax company, and I was like, I should go talk to somebody. What if I just ask somebody and I'm like, maybe the market's not that bad, you know? I'm like, let me just go ask. So I stopped and then I met, like, I would say, like, it's like an angel in my life. Like, his name was Harold Wasson, and he became my mentor. I didn't know at the time, but I mean, when I met him, he had a bunch of energy. He was just motivated. I mean, I told him my story. He's all like, look, that doesn't matter. As long as you do exactly what I'm going to tell you to do, you could become successful. And it was like, and I believe you got what it takes. And like, I was like, dude, I don't even believe in me. I'm like, thank you.
Yeah.
So then what happened after that is like, I couldn't even afford to sign up with the company. I was like, look, give me 90 days. I said, I'm going to come up with like $1,000. That's like, I'm going to come up with that. And then I'll sign up. So then 90 days later, October 2008 is when I got it back into it.
Nice.
And I followed everything he said. And the first thing he told me to do was open houses. So that's all I did. I did open houses every single day, Monday through Sunday. Like, I was just like, I was dreading it. I didn't want to do it, but like that's what he told me to do. So I'm like, I couldn't afford any other advertisement, nothing.
Right.
So I did that, and every single day, man. Like, fucking imagine being out there, like putting up signs every single. I mean, I don't know if you guys never done an open house, but
no, but I see him. I see him.
I can picture it.
You know what I mean? Putting up signs and like, you know,
I've done it once with you.
Yeah, you did.
I've done it once or twice, and then it is very dreadful. Like it's just.
But imagine it every day. You know what I mean?
I can't.
Another one.
Yeah, every day, man. And
Yeah.
I'm like, I remember my last open house that I did after that 6 months. I mean, because I had done it every single day. I'm like, look, I'm not going to stop until it becomes successful. And I got one client, and at that end of the 6 months, and I ended up closing a deal, made $250 because I owed Remax 6 months. I owed my broker money, but I was positive $254. That's what I was positive at that moment. And then after that, I mean, I just the next year I sold 40 houses, and the next year sold 80 houses, and the next year sold 100 houses, the next year sold 150 houses. Yeah, so I've sold over 1,400 homes now. But I mean, it was like it started with massive failure. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, it just like
that's the thing.
So I always like to share that because like it doesn't matter what your dream is. Like as long as you believe in it and you keep working towards it,
keep working,
it'll become a reality.
Yep.
You know. But yeah, that's basically what I do right now. I mean, and I've been doing. I mean, I still do real estate now. What I do is I coach, I mentor other people.
Nice.
I get other real estate agents in the business, and I just I have a huge like my intention or my vision for everything is to really make a positive impact on the planet. And because once you make all the money, like you get that it's not about the money. You know, it's
exactly.
like and it's like it never is about whatever you think you have to get to be happy. And I got to 2013 after I had sold a ton of houses, and I was like, shit, I still fucking feel like shit. I had made all this money.
Yeah.
And I was like, I still feel like shit. I had the car, I had the house again. I had everything that I, quote unquote, would make me happy.
And that's the thing. I wanted to ask you as well.
Yeah.
I mean, you had your success already, but what truly makes you happy? Is it, selling a certain amount of houses? Is it really making an impact on other people's lives?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I'm still because I love getting people in homes and being like a positive resource, because I know when you get the wrong information, I mean, like I lost the house, you know what I mean? By buying at the wrong time, I lost my property. So I'm like, I want to be that advocate for people too, to make the right decisions. Right. So I still have a huge passion for that. But my bigger passion right now is to make a difference in people's lives, to empower other people. And that's what I found out with my journey. Once I had made it, I was like, well, what's missing? And then I went to seminars. I went to Tony Robbins. I did a platinum partnership. I went all around the world, London, and we went Caribbean. I went everywhere, man.
Go see the world.
Yeah, I was looking for like what the hell's missing? I'm like, if money's not it, what the hell is it? So I discovered that it was giving back. It was making a difference. Yeah. And I did Landmark. And that was a huge seminar that really changed my life and opened up my eyes to a different scope. And yeah, just that's my main thing, is making a difference in people's lives. I mean, I'm vegan. I want to be a positive example. I think that if we truly want to be a difference, we got to live what we preach, right?
Right.
And that was the whole thing. I see like a lot of people that are preaching a certain thing, but then you look at their life and it's a completely opposite of what they're saying. And that doesn't make sense. There's no freaking power in that. So I got coached by somebody, and then that was it. She was like, you know what? You gotta be congruent with what we preach. Like you said you want world peace. Well, like, look at the way you're eating. Yeah, boy. You know what I mean? Like, you want world peace. Look at the way you're eating. Like you want to have this and that, and like your life has to reflect that. And if it doesn't, then stop saying that you stand for world peace. Yeah. So then I was like, all right, fuck it. I'm gonna change my diet. I went vegan. I've been vegan for 5 years now.
Nice.
And Yeah, man. It's just like that's my main thing right now.
So what exactly is the vegan diet? Because I know there's a lot of people out there that, you know, they want to make the change, but they're not sure on what to do. You mind guiding us through that?
For sure. Yeah, okay. and I think there's some resources for sure. I mean, I watched a video on YouTube by Gary Yourofsky. He's one of the biggest like movers and shakers in the vegan movement.
Okay.
There's the world's greatest speech on YouTube. You can find that video. It's free. It's like 40 minutes.
Nice.
He literally converted half of Israel in one speech vegan.
Nice.
You know, and so the guy's badass, and he's got kicked out of so many countries because he's controversial. He's a pretty big stand. What the Health is another documentary I definitely recommend.
Okay.
I think what they did is they crystallized the message of like veganism, but they didn't make it about the animals because a lot of people just are not present to the fact that animals are being hurt when they eat.
Right.
So they made it all about the health. And I think that made a big impact. A ton of people went vegan because of that. So vegan diet is basically, it's like you don't eat any animals. You don't eat any cows. You don't eat pigs. You don't eat any chickens. You don't eat milk, eggs,
no
nothing.
meat at all.
No meat at all.
No
fish,
dairy products or what?
No dairy products either. And the difference that I saw in my life, I mean, just because I would have, when I did it, I said like, look, if I feel good, I'm gonna go all in. I mean, I did it because I did all the research and I started to get present like the actual impact that it was doing to the planet, to the animals. But it also got present like shit. There's a ton of like health benefits towards it.
Right.
So I ended up like losing like 45 pounds of extra weight that I didn't need. Nice. I released them out in the wild. I didn't want those back. You know, I said, you know, somebody else take them. You know what I mean? I didn't lose 45 pounds because if you lose something, you're gonna find it. You know, so I released them.
You let them go. No, thank you.
Like peace. I don't want you anymore.
That's a good one.
So I did that, and and like my skin cleared up. I mean, I have a ton of energy. I mean, I don't get sick. I thank God I don't get sick ever. I mean, it's just like I don't get any like, you know how you get like indigestion sometimes.
Oh yeah, I hate that.
I don't get that, man. I don't get that at all. So it's just like I just recommend people to be open minded. Like do some research on your own. You know what I mean? Don't take what anybody says as like a fact.
Yeah.
I'm a huge believer that you want to verify everything, even if I say it. You know what I mean? Everybody has to do their own research and see if it makes sense for them.
Right.
Because I respect everybody's decision of whether they want to eat or not. But I mean, I'm just going to provide the information. If somebody wants to make a change in their diet, then they'll do it. But I believe that it's the best way you could live on this planet, to be honest. I mean, it's just like there's so much crap in the food that we eat, you know what I mean?
Definitely.
And everything's energy. Yeah. Everything's energy.
And that's the thing. I mean, back in the day, you know, people would raise their cattle and then, you know, raise their poultry, and there's limited amounts of that, you know, and they're not giving them GMOs or any pesticides or anything like that. Yeah. There wasn't any of that in the air back in the day. So it's understandable, okay, we eat one chicken a week. We eat one cow every year. You know what I mean? Through the whole village. You know, us we're eating right a 4x4.
That was me before too. Like, you know, that was I eat a 4x4. That was the biggest thing I got freaking In-N-Out. You know, but I used to eat meat every day, like 2-3 times a day.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I didn't realize that I was actually hurting my health. And I mean, if I look at my family, I mean, there's a lot of people with diabetes and like there's a high blood pressure in my family. So it's like it's all caused from the diet. You know what I mean? It's like it's not coming from this magical place. Like it's literally a diet. You know what I mean? Like
and it's crazy, bro. Because like I mean, in the black and brown community, it's like it's a bad thing if you're a vegan. You know?
I know, dude. My dad told me I was gonna die, bro.
Yeah.
My dad literally said like, what the heck are you talking about? You're not going to eat meat anymore.
Yeah. He said, because your dad is like a hardcore meat eater.
Yeah, my dad's like, he didn't understand. He was all like, what? Like, no, dude, you're going to die. Like, stop.
Right.
You know, but I saw so many people that were doing the plant-based diet, and I'm like, they're freaking healthy.
Yeah,
they
look good.
And they look good.
Yeah.
You know, I saw this like 70-something-year-old lady, and she looked like she was 30-something and being vegan.
Yep.
You know, so it's like, you know what I mean? You got to take, you got
sugar mama.
For real, like seriously. But I'm like, you got to, you know, it's like, we only got one vehicle.
Right.
Take care of that shit. You know what I mean?
Gotta take care of it.
We can't just sell the car and then buy a new one.
Nah.
Like this one we stick
put
with.
So many
have you heard of that? Have you heard of
body,
that though?
You know?
What the transferring the consciousness into that? That's something. Yeah,
at
for
CES,
sure.
They had it. I was like, are you really serious? And that was back in 2018 or 2017.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know how
there's
much.
There's a Black Mirror episode about that too.
And then there's a show about that
consciousness
too.
to like a teddy bear or some shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
That's true.
Yeah. And there's a show
That's
about
a whole different story though.
Yeah, that's
like,
totally different stuff
Yeah,
right there, dude.
yeah.
Have you seen Alter Carbon?
I have.
It's
yeah.
that same thing.
Yeah. Literally, the
with the
chips.
stack. Exactly. And that's exactly what they're talking about.
They're dropping knowledge in there, man. They really
uh-huh.
are.
They really are.
Yeah, they're
The Matrix. I mean, that was honestly one of my favorite movies of all time too.
The
The
Matrix.
Matrix.
Oh,
Dude,
bro.
that was like an
All-time
awakening.
classic.
Yeah,
that was
man.
a classic. Like that was that dropped knowledge like
Hell
right
yeah.
there. That's literally how our system is. You know what I mean?
Exactly. It really
We're
is.
we're sleeping and we think we're awake, but we're like we're just going through the day. I mean,
And
we're
then
following a system that's already been created for us.
Yep.
And under the rags, you know, at the end of the day, everyone is going through stuff and they don't know how to deal with it.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So they look like they have it all together on the outside. This guy's driving his Maserati or driving his McLaren, and then he's sleeping in bed alone, just crying to sleep
Right.
every day.
Yeah, it's because we're brainwashed to think that that's what's happening. Is like,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Like, you're gonna buy the car, you're gonna buy
Have
the
the-
house, you're gonna
Yep.
have the relationship, and you're gonna get married, you're gonna have kids, and like you're gonna make all this money, and then
Everything's
you're
gonna
gonna
be
retire.
okay.
Yeah, that's not true, man. It's like, but it's like nobody actually takes the time and actually question everything. You know what I
Right.
mean? You gotta question everything. Like, wait a minute, why am I fucking even I question holidays, man. It's like,
Yeah,
it's like,
man. It's commerce based.
it
It's
ain't
all
nothing about. It's like,
commerce-based.
come on now.
Yeah.
No.
You know, it's like we can be good to the people we love anytime. You know, we don't-
Exactly.
I don't want to
Yeah.
be fucking told that I got to give away presents in a certain time of the year.
No,
I can get
yes.
presents whenever the hell I want. You know what I mean? Why do I got to wait
Exactly.
until Christmas for that shit?
Yeah, or
Black
someone's
Friday.
birthday. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Why do I got to be thankful only on Thanksgiving? I want to
Yeah.
be thankful every day.
Every
Yeah, why does your
Yeah.
wife gotta appreciate you on your anniversary?
Yeah, or Valentine's Day and all that. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
It's all consumer based. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
uh-huh.
It's not like to design to make you happy. They don't
No, yeah.
they don't
No,
even tell us
dude.
like who we the fuck we are and how powerful we are. And that's what's going on right now though. There's a huge awakening in
Yeah.
humanity, like
Yeah.
a massive one.
Definitely.
Because of
Shift in
this.
perspective.
Because of people are talking, people
Yeah.
are like watching what they want to watch and they're doing their own research.
Yeah.
It's not
Yeah.
even about, oh, let me just see what they're on TV and that's all I know.
Yeah, exactly.
We got 2 billion people on these social media platforms.
And that's the
Exactly.
thing about the internet, bro. Like the internet has changed everything. Like
Mhm.
Yeah.
Everything.
to your phone, I could be like, "Hey, Google, vegan diet," you know, and it tells
Right
me
away.
everything.
Yeah.
Right away.
And that's the thing is like right now, like if your life is not working, is not because like it literally is like, dude, you can Google everything.
Yeah.
I mean, like you want to find anything out, Google it.
Yep.
Google
Yeah.
it. But it's not about knowing. Like, people are just like they take the information and they're like, oh no, there's somebody special and that's why they have that shit. No, you could take action on anything and actually make a big difference in your life, but it's not a lack of information. We got got more information right now.
It's
than ever.
limiting belief system.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's
Yeah,
what's
yeah.
good about
You know?
like you said about these kind of platforms, because like
Yeah.
a lot of people just like see shit on TV or like get information, but they like to see like normal people or basic people just have that same information. They'd be like, oh
Yeah.
shit, that shit's real. Like that's
Yeah.
just true. Like for us, like we're just normal people talking about this kind of stuff. Like, oh fuck, that's legit as fuck. Like I just hear it all the time
Oh,
and stuff.
damn.
Like
Trump's trying to free homeboy.
Yeah, it's and I think the government, all that shit is just a distraction.
Yeah,
It's a huge
man.
distraction. I mean, they're pivoting. They're giving you like, okay, cool. Look at this. Look what's happening. Blah blah blah. But like the distraction is like, okay, we're going into other countries. We're fucking killing people.
Yeah.
Exactly.
We're doing all these fucking
Yeah.
things that
Yeah.
like, and that's what we're being blind to. And then we're here in the system, like, oh yeah, we're so happy, everything's fine. Well, wake up, fucking people are being murdered and killed all around the country. I mean, all around the world.
Yeah.
yeah.
And I mean, for me being vegan, I'm like, there's 120 billion animals that are being killed on a yearly basis. It's unsustainable.
Yeah.
It's like it's so much shit going on. But I think that I'm just grateful though that we have these platforms because
Oh,
then we
yeah.
can speak and be a voice for all of these
Exactly.
different subjects.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's-
most definitely. I mean, did you hear about the gun scandal with Obama from back? I mean, when he left, I guess right before he left, he sold a bunch of guns to like ISIS or something like that.
I heard
Huh.
there's
It was-
all kinds of stuff like
Yeah,
that. Yeah, or
but-
they get
but-
people out of jail and they make millions of dollars.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. And then they get out of office and they're like, oh, okay, cool, I did a good job.
yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
it's like
really-
there's just I mean, the system is designed for profit.
It says under
Yeah.
Obama, the United States has sold more than $115 billion in weapons to Saudi Arabia.
Wow.
And those are our enemies, supposedly. So
Yeah.
everyone's watching the news like, yeah, fuck Saudi Arabia. We're selling them guns.
Bro, there's so much information out there like that.
Dude.
I mean,
Yeah.
and it happens. I
Dude.
mean, everything is linked. I mean, it's everything's
Dude.
for power and profit. I mean, it's not
Right.
designed to
Right.
get us freedom and all this stuff. I mean, and I respect people that are in the military. I respect all the
Yeah,
people
most
that are out there,
definitely.
you know what I mean?
Exactly, yeah.
I do, but at the same time, like, you know, we got to get present to what impact are we actually doing.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
obviously people are going to be pissed if we're invading their country and we're killing their people. I mean, of
Exactly.
course
Right.
they're going to be pissed.
Oh,
Right.
yeah, we will be mad too. Like if it just
Yeah.
happens over here. Like
Yeah.
what the fuck?
I
Like,
mean, dude, you guys remember Pearl Harbor? They did the concentration camps for the Japanese people here.
Oh
bro.
yeah, they did.
Just because of Pearl Harbor, like any Japs get in the concentration camps, like
Yeah.
it's like, wait, what's
Yeah.
going on,
Yeah.
and now everyone wants to eat sushi.
Dude.
And watch anime.
Yeah, bro.
It's just like, what the?
Yeah,
and then everyone wants to eat tacos, but then they're like, oh, I hate Mexicans.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, what?
Exactly. And who the fuck is cutting your lawn?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, who's cutting your yard? You know what I mean? Who's doing all the work you don't want to fucking
Everybody
do?
like rap music,
Dude.
but don't fuck with black people.
Yeah, they want to
Come
eat
on,
fruit,
man.
but they're like, I hate Mexicans. Like, okay, well, go pick some fruit then. Go
Yeah.
pick some fruit.
You know what?
You're not gonna
But you know
do it.
what is going on though is like all of these mental structures and paradigms are falling apart. Like
Yeah.
they're,
Oh,
they're, they're,
yeah.
they're falling apart. All of these structures are falling apart.
Even with the
All
gay
of them.
people, people back in the day, people, I hate gay people. Now
Yeah.
it's like, okay, he's gay. Who cares?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Let him live his life.
Think about people that were talking about like like we talk about like manifestation and power of your mind, all this stuff. We would have been blamed as witches back in the day. We would have fucking burned.
No, that's
We would have been
seriously.
burned.
Yeah,
Seriously,
Dude,
bro.
it's like
no
we would've-
lie.
Yeah,
No
we would have
lie.
been burned. We would have been hung or something.
So like how you were talking about earlier about staring at the sun, like it was like, oh, this bitch is a fucking witch. Like,
Yeah.
Oh, dude, literally.
It's legit.
All of this shit, yeah, all of this
Yeah.
stuff.
Oh,
Yeah, it's like
Lord.
weird for a lot of people. And back in the days, it was not. It was like, what the? What are
Yeah.
you talking about? Yeah,
I feel like back in the day, you weren't allowed to think outside of the box. Like,
right.
Yeah.
Like you
Until-
had to believe in one thing.
Yeah.
One religion. You know?
And there's no box, man.
Yeah,
there's no
exactly.
box. Like literally, like you
Yeah.
know how people say, think outside the box. Well, there's no fucking box to begin
Yeah,
with.
exactly.
We put our own limits.
Yeah.
What's in the
exactly.
box?
What's in the box?
That's in the box.
Yeah, we literally put our own limits. I mean, we got to get rid of. We got to take those brakes off, man. It's
Yeah.
like we're so powerful. That's what it is. Like we're so powerful. And with our platforms, we're starting to wake up. I mean, I see it. I see people are
Yeah.
more conscious. You know, people, and it also looks like things are getting like ugly. You know what I mean? Like you see it in
Yeah.
the media, right?
Yeah.
So I think that's a good thing that it's all coming to the surface, though. It's
Oh,
all
yeah.
coming to the surface on like all the shit that was behind, like underground.
Yeah, because it's been going on.
Oh, it's been.
exactly.
Oh, it's
yeah,
been.
that's the thing. Yeah, people back. I mean, you remember Ted Bundy? I mean, like,
Oh, yeah.
all this
There
type
was a
of thing-
Netflix episode.
No,
Bundy
yeah,
tapes
no, I
on
mean, but like
Netflix.
Ted,
there is-
It was
yeah.
really good.
No,
I haven't
like
watched
back in the day, Ted Bundy. Have you seen the old movie about
I
Ted Bundy?
haven't, bro. I haven't.
Dude,
It's
he-
good,
that guy
bro.
was horrible. He was like
crazy.
in California, like raping women and killing them. And
Wow.
like he got like a bunch of women before he got caught. Then once he got caught, it was just like, wait, what's wrong with this guy? Like, why were you doing it? He was just like, oh.
Wow.
Yeah.
it was really bad, dude. They even made a movie back in the day. I used to be scared of it and scared of like because he used to drive a yellow bug. So anytime I saw a yellow bug, we made it a
Hide.
joke. Yeah,
Start
Ted
running
Bundy.
home.
Like, oh shit.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, bro.
That's
Yeah.
just horrible, dude.
I
That's-
know, man. It's so much stuff going on, man. We just gotta. I just think on a daily basis, man. I do my best to stay positive and focus on what I want to
Yes,
create. You know what I
sir.
mean? Like
Hell yeah.
that's the number one thing you want to do on a daily basis. Like focus on what you want to create. Obviously, there's a lot of shit that's not working, but if you keep focusing on the shit that's not working, it's gonna continue to get worse. You know,
Yeah.
you gotta
Yeah.
continue to
Yeah.
focus on what you can do to make your life better.
Absolutely.
And take responsibility for everything. That's one of the things that made the biggest difference in my life is taking responsibility for everything. You know, if I fuck up, if I make a mistake, if I lose,
You got to own
something,
up to it.
Gotta own up.
Yeah.
You know, and I think that's one of the things that I want to inspire this generation to do. Take ownership of that shit, and you fail proud. You know what I mean? Like that's part of your fucking motivational story.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you're not gonna be able to inspire or motivate anybody if you haven't been to where other people have been. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's why I failed massively, and I
Yeah.
fucking continue
Right.
to fail. I fucking don't always make the best decisions, but I own it, and I fucking make a difference, and I continue to move forward. That's the thing.
Yeah.
But we live on this little bubble, like, oh no, we gotta be this way. We gotta
Everyone
be perfect.
feels like they got to be perfect, man.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I think that's why it's causing a lot of mental illness with people too.
Yeah.
It's like we think we gotta be a certain way, and we gotta be ourselves, bro. We gotta be ourselves. That's the only thing we gotta be. You know what I mean? Like we don't gotta be like anybody else. You guys don't gotta be like me. You guys gotta be the best yous you could be.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
But if we continue
Yeah.
to like follow like other people, like that's the way to happiness. No, you
No.
only know what makes you
No.
fucking happy.
No.
That's why you turn
That's
that
why-
phone off, baby.
Yeah.
That's why a lot of people are fucking miserable as fuck too, dude. 'Cause
Yeah,
they
man.
live on that aspect, man. Like it's
Yeah.
just like
Well, they don't know.
no,
They don't
exactly.
know.
That's
Yeah.
exactly. You're right.
They don't
And
know.
that's
They
the
don't. They
worst
don't.
part.
They don't know any better. They don't
Right.
know that the program that they're playing in their brain is made up by them, and they have a choice to think different.
Right.
They
right.
got a choice.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
They got a choice. I mean,
exactly.
there's plenty of seminars and fucking books you could read nowadays. You know what I mean? I'm like, what I do on a daily, dude, I'm hooked on Audible. I'm hooked on YouTube. Like, I am constantly, like 3-4 hours a day, I'm consuming like content, learning about like humanity and like how we came up. And it's like, dude, all
Yeah.
day, man, all day. Like, that's what I do. I spend my time doing that because I just think that it's like self education. I think we take it for granted. We have the privilege of being able to like have access to all this information, and people still sleeping.
Yep.
Come on now, we gotta wake up.
Wake them up.
That's right.
What's up, baby? You hear me?
So I mean, with all that being said, bro, like we all go through stress every single day. So
yes, sir.
Do you have some tips that you can help us out with? Like, how do you usually handle stress? Like, do you meditate? Like, what kind of cool things or
things? For sure. You know, stress is a huge part, I think, of people's lives. I mean, it's like the most heart attacks actually happen on Mondays. I don't know if you knew that or not, but most heart attacks happen on Mondays because everybody goes back to work. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's stress. But people are living these lives that they don't want to live, but they're living it because they think they have to live that life. So stress is only coming to you because like you're just not doing what the fuck you really want to do. Like you know, and stress can impact your heart, obviously, impact all your body, it impacts your body in a negative way where it you actually create fucking acidity and all this shit. So it's unhealthy to fucking have stress in your body, but we don't know how to get rid of it, right? So I'm gonna give you a couple tips, right? Okay. So what I do.
Sweet.
So I meditate. I meditate for about 10 to 15 minutes every day. Every day. So I and then I also do some breath work. So this is something I recently started doing. Dude, you can get like, just with your breath, like you can get like almost a psychedelic experience just by your breath. So my breath is just like, so 2 in and 1 out, 2 in, 1 out, 2 in, 1 out. And I do that for like 4 minutes. My God, like you guys try to do that in 4 minutes, you will change your mindset immediately. So with the breath, and then I go into the meditation because I am in a different space. Mm-hmm. So I do that for 10 minutes. And meditation, I think people get it like twisted. They're like, man, how the fuck do I do that? How do I do meditation, right? Because it's like it's hard. Literally, meditation is just about telling yourself to sit for 10 minutes and you actually doing it for 10 minutes. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like we overcomplicate it. Like you tell yourself, okay, cool, I'm gonna put this timer. And I'm going to close my eyes and I'm going to sit there. I'm going to listen to my breath and I'm going to just sit there for 10 minutes. Yeah. Initially, the brain is going to go bananas. Yeah. You're going to be like, da-da-da-da-da. You're going to hear all this noise in your brain. A ton of fucking noise in your brain.
That's true.
But people think they're like, oh, I failed at meditation because there's all this noise and I can't quiet my mind. Right. Or like I can't quiet my thoughts. Like you just can't. But the thing is that we try to quiet the thoughts, and what happens when we try to quiet the thoughts? It makes more thoughts. You're thinking about
it, right?
Yeah, it makes more fucking thoughts.
Headspace app.
It's like if we try to fucking take a flat iron to iron up like a lagoon and shit. Yeah. If you just let the lagoon settle itself, it's gonna settle itself. Mm-hmm. Right. But the thing is that when we try to move it around, then it makes more ripples. So meditation, just sit for 10 minutes, and literally like whatever's going on in your brain. Just like, okay, acknowledge the thought, but go back to your breath. So just inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. And the way I did it in the beginning to make it easier for me, I count 1 to 10. So I count 1 when I inhale, and then when I exhale, I count 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. So just 1 through 10. That's all you got to do. Meditation is huge. The other thing I do is I work out. You know, I work out because working out releases like endorphins in your body. It makes you feel better. So you don't fucking gotta lift weights. You just go out there and walk. You know, in nature. Yeah. You know, be outside. We're in front of screens too much. That's why people are stressed out too. Our nature is like to be outside and to do things that are connected to the environment. So that's another strategy. Working out, meditation is one. I do positive affirmations every single day too. Nice. I learned them from Tony Robbins, and I wrote out my own affirmations, and I say them out loud. Like I'm fucking saying, like every day and every way, I'm getting better and better. Like I yell them out loud, dude. I yell them out loud because you gotta like literally get your whole body into it. So I do this like list of affirmations every day, and I also like I write out like what I write and I think about what I'm grateful for. Gratitude, is like the biggest secret.
That's important, there.
Dude. Gratitude is the biggest thing I think.
Absolutely.
I mean, like, we take everything for granted too much. Like, you know, just grateful for the ability to see, for the ability to hear, for the ability to be here and have freedom.
Most definitely.
You got a freaking full stomach. I mean, like, seriously. You got a roof over your head. You know what I mean?
Warm water, baby.
I mean, yeah, exactly.
You've been overseas, so you know.
Yeah. Dude, I go to Mexico and build houses for people that don't even have a roof over their heads. That don't have food every day. They don't have shoes. They don't have a toilet. They don't got running water. They don't got none of the stuff we do. But it's like we think like, oh my God, we got it bad. Like, dude, we're fucking blessed as shit.
Yeah, we are.
So you got to just start like gratitude. I think is one of the biggest ones. Okay. Gratitude. So just like spend a couple minutes just saying it out loud or saying it in your brain, like what you're grateful for. because once you get into gratitude, it automatically shifts your consciousness and it shifts your attention. Like you're like a magnet, so you start to radiate this positive energy.
I have done that. I sometimes just forget, and I catch myself. I forget, like, oh shit, I haven't like told myself or like pretty much like say it out loud to bring it out loud to like how grateful I am or like thanks, affirmation. Because the times I have done it, it even gives me like energy, dude. Like it's so crazy. It's just like it's just like. Hey, like how he was saying, it just like opens you up, dude. It's just, like I the times I've done it, like I forget sometimes. Like I'll be like even throw my like I would question like why the fuck haven't I done it? Like I notice the positive effort. Like I know the positive results of it. Like why haven't I done it? I just forget something because I'm not used to it. I'm trying to. The part is like creating the routine, like everything else. It's just but that's so true. Like I've fucking been doing that for myself, and I just feel so much better, and it helps a lot with my mental health, like mentally. It makes me feel like more positive. It makes me feel more outgoing to go through the day, no matter like it's just like for sure, no matter what bullshit goes on, it's gonna be cool.
You know what's real already.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. You know what's real already. Everything else is just a cherry on top.
Yeah.
I mean, right now as we're speaking right here, I mean, how many people died these last couple of minutes?
Exactly.
Like they took their last breath. They literally like are not here anymore. You know what I mean? And or somebody just got the news that they got a terminal illness of some sort, or so. Just being alive is just like such a lottery win, man.
Dude,
like that's the
being
lottery.
able to walk, bro. I was at the fair the other day and I saw this lady and she was like at the fair on her crutches with one leg, and I was like, "Dang, girl, go ahead." And she has one leg and she's still out there.
Still out there,
man. And we complain like, "Man, my feet hurt."
Right? I know. I'm tired. I want to go sit down. The heck? You imagine what she would give to like have an ability to walk for one day,
dude.
Yeah. I think the other thing too is that we gotta forgive other people, but most importantly, forgive yourself for because we all make mistakes, right? Yeah. And I talk about that, but we gotta forgive ourselves because that energy that like when we're experts at beating ourselves up. Right? Like we're experts at that shit. Yeah. We're fucking masters at that. You know what I mean? Like I was a master at that too, and I've gotten a lot better. I've gotten a lot better not to do that to myself because I'm like, man, if I talk to my friends the way I talk to myself. Yeah, man, they wouldn't be my friends. Yeah, you know what I mean. It's like insanity. What goes on in the brain? So it's like the brain is just shooting out information constantly. It's just shooting out information constantly. So you got to forgive yourself and just like, you know what, I made a mistake or I'm not where I want to be, but I'm grateful for where I'm at. Once you start to radiate this positive energy, more positive things will start to happen. Yeah, it's because everything's energy. Where like this physical dimension is like, even though we look solid, we're more a space than we are solid. Right. Just that our brains and our eyes are like we are like these blobs, these meat suits. You know what I mean? But
there's no solid objects, honestly, there's nothing. I mean, it has to be like absolute zero to be solid, and then even then they're still vibrating. Like the particles are vibrating. You know what I mean? So for something to be like solid, I mean, like there's nothing. Yeah.
How do you know that this is not a dream right now?
And that too, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like this is another aspect of a dream. Mm-hmm. This is another aspect of a dream.
That's what we were talking about earlier. Exactly. You wake up in your dreams, lucid dreaming, and how do you know everything looks regular? The way you know it's not real is because there's different things happening, but weird things happen all day in this world. So exactly. Yeah. How do you know?
the only thing that is real is that what does not change. And so that everything changes. So everything is not real. Yeah, everything is not real. The only thing that's real is the life force energy that we have within us. Like, because if we didn't have the life force energy like flowing through us right now, we wouldn't be here. You know what I mean? Yeah. So we're just like an expression of the consciousness that is available. And
you're right, exactly, and that's why I try to tell people like we're basically electricity because when you die or whatever, to get you back to life, they use the defibrillator, and that just shocks you. Basically, it's like using a taser on you, and you're like, okay, how does that bring the consciousness back to you? Electricity, it's
electricity. We are electricity. That's what we are. Man, that's what we are, dude. We're like magnets, and that's why people that are like that. They're like, I'm like, oh man, life sucks, and blah blah.
They all hang out together.
They hang out together, and then they're always got some new bullshit that's happening to their life.
My arm hurts. Yeah. My leg.
Oh, we're gonna have those happen, and I got a headache now, and I'm like, constant bullshit.
Yeah, it's always something.
Yeah, it's like it's a victory in a victim lane and shit. You know what I mean? That's what I call it. Like and people are hooked on their victimhood because they get attention.
Yeah.
Nobody does.
They'll go on Facebook and be like, "Yo, all this happened to me. Somebody pray for me."
Yeah. I'm like, no.
Man.
I'm like, do you not get who you are? Like that your
Yeah.
words fucking create.
Yeah,
Like,
you
you're-
change your mindset.
Yeah,
and that's
your
how
words create
that's how
world.
you don't get sick too. That's why I try to
Yeah.
tell my lady, I'm like, dude, I'm not sick. I just don't feel right now, but I'm fine.
Yeah.
In 2 days, like I might have a scratchy throat, but I'm fine. You know, drink some hot water, some tea. You know what I mean? Whatever.
Yeah.
Exercise a little bit extra, and then I'm like, all right, cool. Nothing wrong with me. Like, never get sick, dude.
Yeah.
But if you're like, oh, I'm sick,
I feel, and what do people do when they start again? Say, oh my god, I feel sick. I think I'm gonna get the flu. They're
Yeah.
affirming
Oh,
that shit.
Yep.
yeah.
Why put that in
And
your
they tell
head?
everybody,
Yeah.
they tell their whole environment. And by the time they're done in the day, I'm like, oh, they're super sick and they're in bed. They got fever.
Yeah.
You know, but I mean, even doctors say this. I mean, like the patients, like which patient is going to make it through a surgery or it's going to defeat an illness is the person that believes that they're going to get well. It's,
Yeah.
They only do one part of it. You know, doctors only do one little tiny part of it. 90% of it is like the belief system of the individual.
That's
Right.
why they do the placebo test.
Oh, dude.
Yeah,
The placebo
yeah.
is like, yeah, that answers everything right there.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like, it's like they give them sugar basically,
Yeah.
and they get well.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like, yeah, there's like something that I read that like people who actually like pray for you, like you know how sometimes the church or like people like a group like you know how there's a priest or like people
Yeah.
come like
Oh,
hey,
yeah.
you want us to pray for you?
Yeah.
There's a higher chance for that person to stay longer in the hospital than a person like in his room trying to heal because like they're saying that the person who's praying for him is gonna, like is bringing that energy, saying like, "Oh, that fool's really sick." Like they're fucking
Oh,
praying
dude.
for you, praying
Yeah.
for me and stuff. So like it brings them down. So there's like that person stays longer in the hospital because he's bringing that shit to himself.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Like, versus to
Yeah.
a person who was like in the hospital by himself, like, dude, I want to get the
Yeah, I'm
fuck
good.
out of here.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you
Or-
tell yourself you want to get better
Uh-huh.
and better, and it does, and it's
That's,
It works.
true,
That's
dude.
exactly
It's
what happened
so
to me when
true.
I was in the hospital. They told me I was going to die. They were like, say your goodbyes and all this. Because my kidneys were at like 27%. So they're
Oh
like,
my
you're,
God,
you're out
bro.
of here, bro.
Wow.
And they wouldn't let me out of there either. They were like, had me in the hospital for a week straight. They're like, you can't go
Well,
anywhere.
they make money every day, bro.
Exactly. Exactly, dude.
They make money everything, and they oh, we're gonna do another test.
Yeah.
We're gonna do
Do
another
another
test.
one.
Every,
We're gonna do another
it
one.
was like every 4 hours for the whole time for 5
Money,
days.
bro.
So I couldn't even sleep. You know what I mean? They keep coming in there all night, every night. Oh, we're doing blood tests. And then I kept saying, I'm like, dude, I'm not going to die. You guys are stupid as hell. I'm getting out of here, and I'm going to go on with my life. And then I was fine. They were like, wow.
You here
miraculous.
now.
Yeah, you're getting better. And then I was like, yeah. And I didn't take the freaking antibiotics, none of that. And everyone's
Yeah.
like, you're crazy. I'm like, no.
That's
I'm
the
good.
first thing they do. They're like, let me write you a prescription
Yeah,
for
no,
this.
no.
For
And
that.
And the
for
prescription
that.
just
And it's
numbs
like,
the shit.
No,
Yeah.
It just
no,
numbs it,
thank
bro.
you. I don't,
Yeah.
Like, have you guys ever heard of Joe Dispenza? Joe Dispenza?
Yeah, yeah.
Dude, Joe Dispenza, like he had his entire spine broken. Like the doctors told him that he would never walk again, and they said that the surgery that they would do to try to get him to walk was like a 50-50. Like he was either gonna stay in a wheelchair or paralyzed for his entire life, or he was gonna freaking like walk. And he said like I'm not gonna have that surgery. So he basically was in bed for 30 days in the hospital. And with his consciousness, he rebuilt his entire spine and walked out of the hospital in 30 days.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
Like, that's the kind of power we got.
Yeah,
Yeah, we
especially
do.
laying there like that. When you're in this position, it's a
Yeah,
lot.
like-
yeah, he's
He
zoomed
healed
in
himself
the whole time. Yeah,
he healed
man.
himself. Like, he literally visualized himself,
Yeah.
like putting his spine back together, and he did. And he teaches seminars all over the world, and he has people, have, like, enlightening experiences in person. And he's literally documented it with computers. Like, he sees how the brain, like, starts to fire in a different way immediately. Like,
Right.
look, that person's having an enlightened, like they're becoming enlightened, or they're transforming their life on the spot. Like right now, you can see it exactly where that transformation happened. Like, it's so powerful, man.
Nice.
I wanted to ask you too, bro. I mean, what kind of projects have you been working on? I mean, I've seen a lot of cool videos on your Instagram, on your IGTV, talking about, are you really a boss?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I really dig that. I mean, you guys need to tap in and follow this guy on Instagram, man.
Right.
He's got a lot of good stuff.
Thanks,
that
bro.
will Definitely.
Yeah. So one of the so I'm doing a couple of things. One of the projects I'm doing is I participate in I'm part of a nonprofit organization called Prosperity Homes. So I go and build
nice.
homes in Mexico for people that don't have homes. So that's one of the man, it's just so amazing. Like I think that if you take your time to give too, that's another stress reliever.
Right.
You literally feel like
yeah, man.
just so
Giving
amazing
back.
when you do stuff for people. You feel so good.
Yeah.
I mean, when you hold the door open for somebody and then they smile and they say thank you, I mean, like, it makes you feel good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Hey, but doesn't it
Good.
piss you off when that person doesn't say shit? Like, just walks in?
Not anymore, bro.
Yeah.
It used to,
still,
though.
It still
Yeah.
gets me, dude. 'Cause I'll be like, you son
Yeah.
of a bitch. And like, I
Well,
almost,
hey,
I almost
well,
want to grab him. Like, you know
you
what?
gotta-
Fuck
but-
your shit.
Hey, it's funny though, but that's the brain, right? The
Yeah.
brain does
Yeah.
that shit to you, like, fuck this. But the thing is, like, we got to do it unconditionally. Like, we got to just be
Yeah.
there. We got to be the change we want to see, and
Yeah.
then people are gonna eventually get it. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
it takes some time. So. That just we gotta just keep working on it. I used to be like that too. I'm like, what the fuck? I just held the door open for you. Like, I let you in. Like, I said thank you at least. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
shit.
Appreciate you, bro. Nope.
It's funny. It's funny though. You got to listen to your thoughts sometimes. I laugh at my own thoughts, bro. It's like crazy.
100%.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I do. all the time.
And then the other things I'm doing is like I'm dropping videos on my social media. I eventually want to speak and inspire across the world. Like that's what I want to do. Like I want to become
Absolutely.
a speaker, and I want to like transform people's lives. That's really what I want to do. And
Nice.
like I do videos on social media just for that purpose. It's just like to really like get people to think a little bit differently about how they're
Right.
looking at the situation. So the one that you're talking about, like if you're really a boss, like it's like I'm trying to figure out. I'm like I did that recently. It was about looking at your life and really like identifying if you're a boss, but it's all predicated and to like if people take away your peace,
Mm-hmm.
like you know how sometimes fucking people get you pissed, right?
Yeah.
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 Right. So when you say like if you say like fuck it, I'm the creator, I'm the one that runs my life, I'm the one that creates everything, right? The moment that you allow that person to take away your peace, that person became your boss.
Right.
You see?
Yeah.
That person became your boss because we're conscious, we're smart, and we're creators.
Yeah.
But if we allow somebody else to take away our peace, then that person just owned you.
Right.
Like they just
Damn.
took away your power.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like we're so powerful. So that's how when that
That makes
person
sense.
when that person
Yeah.
doesn't say thank you, I'm like, and they
Oh,
take
well.
away your peace, then they just owned you right there.
Yeah.
Right. For instance,
You got
like,
owned. You know what I mean? Like, we're just
like when you're on the freeway and someone cuts you off, it's like, okay, whatever. Or you could be like, what the hell? And then boom, right away they took
Yeah.
away your whole. You
Yeah.
were
Your
driving
power.
cool, and then now your whole day's messed
Yeah.
up because this guy cut you off. You're on his ass
Yeah.
trying to chase him down. It's
and
like-
you're upset and you're you're
Yeah,
releasing
no.
stress in your body,
Yeah,
you're releasing
no.
anger, and
Feels
you
like
got all this
shit.
resentment, and your whole day is fucked. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
after
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
So the thing is, like that one person just took away your entire power for the entire day, and that's what I want people to know. It's like
Right.
if you say you're a boss, then fucking own your life and take responsibility for everything.
Yep.
And don't allow people to take away your peace because we're powerful. So we got to just remind ourselves. It's a habit. It really is a
Exactly.
habit. So that's why I worded it and languaged it that way. So I'm like, oh shit, I got to look at that. I'm like, so because people always want to say like I'm a fucking boss, right? So then be the boss, and that's I know people are gonna relate to that shit.
Right.
But it really is a game changer when you start to live life and you're like you just become non-reactive for things that I mean I used to react for so much stupid shit before too. I mean, but it's as I've been working on myself, I've got to the point where I don't react. Somebody somebody does a deal and maybe takes money from the deal or something, and then they try to betray me or whatever. I don't look at it like that. I'm like, that's your energy, that's your
Yeah.
karma.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's gonna come back on you.
It's
Yeah,
like it's
yeah.
not my
You needed
energy.
it more than
That's your
me.
choice. If you wanna cut off the relationship for like some money,
For
I'm like,
$200.
that's your choice.
Yeah.
That's your choice right there. You know what I mean? And that's where people are trapped in that.
Mhm.
So we got to just be the bosses of our own life and just control our emotions. And the thing is that most people's emotions are controlling them. That's the
Right.
thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We're run
Right.
by our emotions. We're
Right.
literally run by that. Yeah, but
And let it get the best of us.
yeah, and honestly, it takes work. Honestly, and I mean, I'm 32 years old now. I mean, I started this personal development journey when I was 18, so I've been investing in myself. I mean, 14 years. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
I've been going to seminars. I've been reading books. I'm on YouTube. I'm surrounding myself with the right people. That's the other thing too. You got to surround yourself with positive people that
Positive
have
energy all the time.
Yeah, they have what you want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like your environment literally is such a huge impact. You're
Right.
you're around an environment that that's like not positive all the time. That shit brings you down, no matter how positive you are.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
That's a big deal. So, yeah, I guess my project is to wake people up.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
Wake
dig
up.
that.
yeah, wake people
Wake
up.
up.
Yeah, wake up. Seriously, I say that shit on our videos. I'm like, wake the fuck up.
Hell yeah.
Yep.
Know who you are. Own your
Yeah,
shit.
man.
And take responsibility for everything. Yeah.
That's what y'all need to take away from this, baby. Those
Yeah.
are the key
Right.
points.
It's time to wake up, y'all.
Yes,
It's time
sir.
to wake up.
Yeah, exactly.
Were there anything specific that you wanted to talk about or like hit on that we didn't ask you about yet?
Actually, I have a question.
All right, perfect.
Oh, go ahead.
So you wanted to talk about power. What do you mean by power itself? Like power within your mental, or power within yourself, or power just like entrepreneur power, like such as like power. You know what kind of power I'm talking about? Like power that other people are saying, like authority power.
It's
So so what kind? Yeah. So what kind of power were you trying to referring to as, or like work on? Like,
So like power to be the creator of your life. Like power, I that's what I talk about. Power, like power is like for me is not dominating anybody or like telling people what to do. I think that's the opposite of power. Power is like just knowing that you're a creator and then owning your own greatness, like owning your greatness and knowing that you're powerful, and therefore like you can start to look at your life not as a victim but as a creator, and like everything you do is just like, this is me.
Yeah.
Like I fucked up, I lost this money, I lost that car, I did this, I did that.
Yep.
You got to just become responsible for everything, because the moment that you give away the power to like, oh, the market was bad. Oh, that person just fucking fucked me over.
Yep.
Oh, that I grew up in a bad neighborhood.
Yeah.
Oh, my dad told me this, and they told me I was never good enough.
Yeah.
Oh, my mom told me this shit. You know what I mean? Like we make all of these other things. We give away our power to all of these things which
Yeah.
are not real.
Yeah.
So therefore, we got to just take responsibility and say like, I'm a creator. Like I created all this stuff, and that's when you can truly get your own power back. Because if you don't operate from that context, or like if you don't operate your life that way, then you're always going to be subject to the environment to
Right.
like create whatever you want. And if you truly believe in the law of attraction, if you truly believe that you're the creator, then own it 100%. Not only when it goes good. 'Cause I think that's what a lot of people do.
Yeah.
Like, oh, it's going good. Like that was me. Oh, I fucked up. No, that was that person's fault.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
mine. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you got to own everything. Yeah, it's just so that's what I mean about power. It's like just don't give away your power. Just don't give it away.
Okay.
What are the questions you guys got? I want to answer your question. I want what's percolating in your brain right now? Like I want to know what's percolating in
Man,
your
the
brain.
energy is great. I feel
Yeah.
inspired right now. I'm not gonna lie. It
Thanks.
feels really good, man.
Yeah.
Another one. You think power could be used negatively? Like you think the power could be, because other people could use that same power but use it negatively, right? Like that's what I was thinking.
Yeah,
like,
because people often say first you get the money, then you get the power,
Right.
shit like that.
I think that are associated. I think
Scarface on that bitch.
yeah, I know. Well, you know what? That's a great point.
Yeah.
And I'm glad you guys bring it up. It's because power has been interpreted negatively for so long.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
they've made us believe that
Yeah.
power is bad.
Yeah.
And they're
Right.
strategic about that. They're very
Yeah.
strategic about saying power is bad. And having like
Yeah.
like leadership and all that stuff, that's bad. You don't want to do
Reform.
that. You're a dictator if you're a leader.
Yeah.
yeah.
No, they just don't want you to like step into your
Rise
greatness,
up.
because then you're gonna wake up other people. You know what I mean? Like then you're gonna
Exactly.
you're ruffling the feathers of the system. Like you're not following
Exactly.
the normal paradigm. You're not following the Christmas and the New Year's and all this bullshit that they
Yeah,
fucking sell us,
man.
and
Yeah.
the sales and blah blah blah, like and consumerism and
And
eating
Black
the food that they
Friday.
say, all this bullshit.
Yep.
So, I think it's just like I want to redefine power, because yes, I think that to me, when people are doing things bad, that's not power.
Yeah.
That's
Weakness.
Yeah, that's showing. And yeah, you got to get, when people are lashing out negatively, it's never
self-reflective.
it's never about you. Like, and
Oh,
that's the
yeah.
other thing I'll tell you. Never take anything personal. The only thing that they're when the people are talking to you negatively or saying something negative to you, they're simply you're reminding them of something that they haven't healed within themselves. So like people are hurt about something. You know what I mean? Like they're hurt about something, and you just reminded them what they're hurt about. So like I'll give you an example of that. It could be like if maybe you were a child and somebody took advantage of you and your power, and somebody was
Yeah.
older or stronger than you at the time, and then that person was powerful in that moment, and you were weak and you couldn't defend yourself.
Mm-hmm.
When you're a grown adult and an authority figure, then it reminds you of that event. You're not lashing out to that authority figure. You're lashing out to something that you haven't healed within yourself.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So it's just a reflection of like something you haven't healed. And the thing is that how you heal yourself is by accepting whatever emotion comes in, right? What do we do as human beings? We get an emotion, a negative emotion, and we're like, fuck it, I don't want to think that. Let me suppress it.
Yeah.
And the thing is that when you suppress emotions, they don't make them go away.
Yeah.
They manifest one way or another. They manifest in an illness like a tumor or
Yeah.
a cancer,
Yeah.
or the environment then becomes a reflection tool for that repression. So
Right.
if like when you suppress that fucking emotion and somebody triggers that shit, then it's just like it's reminding you of the shit that you haven't dealt with.
Yeah, it's
That's what it
crazy
is.
you say that because I mean, you see it in the movies and TV a lot. Like when a girl breaks up with her boyfriend, first thing she does, she goes to the bar, she gets drunk. You
Right.
know, it's
Numb.
like
Yeah, they come
that's not the way to deal with it. You know what I'm
No.
saying?
That's a great point, bro. Like people, you know, they're depressed and they think that feeling that emotion is bad, so they should feel good, so they take a drug to numb themselves,
Exactly.
right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's the same thing they're doing. They're just numbing themselves, you know, with the heartbreak. What if that girl or that guy just went into the room and fucking cried an entire week? Because that's way more powerful than numbing yourself and fucking drugging yourself and like trying to suppress the emotion.
Yeah.
Guess what's gonna happen to the next relationship? The same shit.
Same
Yeah.
shit.
And the
Yep.
thing is, they're gonna walk
You're
around.
not gonna know how to deal with it at that point
and they're
too.
gonna
Yeah.
look through the filter like this fucking person's gonna fuck me over. This
Yeah.
guy, like
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
bound to
exactly.
fuck me over because you're looking at life through this lens of like
Mhm.
you gotta protect yourself. And if you're looking at life through a lens of protecting yourself, then you're gonna find a lot of ways that fucking people are not gonna like they're gonna take advantage of different situations in your life, and you're gonna be a
Yeah.
victim constantly.
Yeah.
So numbing is only gonna prolong it. So you're gonna deal with it one day anyways.
Yeah.
So might as well like my advice is like deal with the emotion or the failure when it comes up, and don't try to change it. Don't try to suppress it. Don't try to like numb yourself.
Mhm.
Just really be with it. And that took me a long time to do that for myself. You know, it's just like, fuck, I failed. Like I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to fucking like I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to feel
People
it.
don't like
Yeah.
talking about it. No one
Yeah.
likes about it. Like it's just
So-
like a family thing. We all like all our family members. I'm pretty sure like our
Yeah.
dads, like especially our dads, they're old school. Like compared
Yeah.
to,
Well,
like,
dude.
So like they'll like to suppress it like hardcore. Like I know my dad used to fucking suppress shit. Hard.
Yeah.
Like, he
Yeah,
wouldn't want-
exactly.
And then like it'll come out to lashing to us because of something he's been suppressing and something.
It's
and then
trapped in
it'll
for
just
so
fucking
long.
blow
Yep.
up.
Yep.
Dude, and think
Yeah.
about how much pressure a man has. You know what I mean? Like
Oh,
a
yeah.
man is supposed to like provide and be
Yeah.
like this
Man.
person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like they you can't feel emotion. So I
Yep.
think our
You're
men,
weak if you show emotion.
Dude.
Like,
oh my
You're
god,
weak.
that was a
You're
big one
soft.
for me too, bro.
Yeah.
That was a huge one
Why
for
are
me.
you crying?
Why are you crying?
I know.
Stop crying, boy.
Dude, my dad at 6 years old like yelled at me in front of and, like
Yeah.
I was in a store one time and I got yelled at for crying because I had broken something.
Yeah.
So I like my dad is like, "What the fuck did you do?" So
Yeah.
I got
Yeah.
like super shocked and I started crying.
Right.
And then he picked me up and like was like, "Don't you fucking cry? You're a man. Like you don't fucking do that."
Yeah.
You know, and I was like, "Okay." So I suppressed that emotion
Right.
up until I started to work on myself at 25 and I did the seminar. I got that I had created this stupid story that a man wasn't supposed to cry. And I hadn't cried even when my grandmother died. Like I didn't cry. I just suppressed everything, every emotion a man's not supposed to feel.
Mhm.
So when I did this seminar, it got me okay. I'm like, what the fuck? I had made up like a story that a man's not supposed to. That's the stupidest shit I ever heard. I went into a break, and during the break, bro, I fucking was sobbing uncontrollably. Like it was the most liberating thing that ever happened to me. Crying, like I cried like a baby.
Yeah, like some weight off your shoulders and shit. It's like
Oh
that
my
God.
shit you've been holding.
I
in
felt
for-
like 1,000 pounds lighter, bro. 1,000 pounds lighter. My life transformed just from crying, like that one moment. And I was like, okay, I could wear different colors because I wear like
Bro.
red jackets, blue jackets. I wear colorful socks and shit.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't gotta be a fucking certain way. I'm like, I'm gonna be who the fuck I want to be. And it doesn't make me a man or it takes away my manhood because I want to do that.
Exactly.
Like I'm gonna be me, and I don't care.
Exactly.
Yeah, and you know who you are, and that's what matters. So it's just,
That's it.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the key to life right
Because
there.
people take it too personally. They're like, look, oh, this fool looks like a faggot or something. Like, oh my god, like no, give
Nah,
a fuck. You know
nah.
who
That's
you
your
are.
judgment. Like
Yeah.
you probably got some fucking homosexual like,
that's
like
the
thoughts or
thing.
something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah. I
Yeah.
swear that's how those
that's
guys,
how they project.
those
it.
guys are like, oh fuck,
They're
the Pags,
projecting.
and then
Yep.
they're fucking each other.
Yeah, they're suppressing.
Yeah.
They're suppressing the emotion, right? What they want to do, and the environment is like it's saying like a feminine dude is like, oh, that guy's gay.
Yeah.
Well, it's a suppression that is like now you're projecting that shit to other people. So it's like those are the people right all the time. I'm like, why would you discriminate or judge somebody?
Yeah.
I'm like, everybody has a right to be who the fuck they want to be. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
like, why do
Yeah.
you care so much?
Yeah.
Like, you know?
Yeah, and it's the racist people that like black women. They're like, oh, I don't want no one to know. So yeah, I hate black people. And then you're like, dude,
Yep, yep.
let me
Yeah.
check your porn history.
Let's look at your cookies. Kevin Hart was saying that shit about his girlfriend. He's all like, I guess he caught his girl watching porn or some shit. He's like, "Oh yeah, babe, just look at my cookies." Like, what the fuck are cookies? He's like, it was like he was watching, and he was pissed because his girl was watching all this shit that was like completely the opposite of who he is.
It's all tall guys.
Yeah.
Hold on.
It's like, what the hell?
I ain't tall enough for you.
Yeah, it was tall dudes. That's what it was. It's on Netflix, man. Kevin Hart's amazing. man.
Kevin Hart a legend. No
He's
doubt.
a legend. He's
No doubt.
amazing. I mean, talk about like a guy that's like living, like he's the embodiment of like, you know, fucking live the life how you want to live it.
Yeah.
You know, he's
Yeah.
going out there. I mean,
Yeah.
he works, man.
Kevin
Yeah,
Hart, if
man.
you're trying to be on a podcast, you know, hit
Yeah.
us up.
Come through,
hit us
baby.
up.
Day
Come
one?
through. Day one.
Hey,
We out here.
if you're flying to, was it John Wayne?
Yeah, John Wayne.
Come
John
check us out,
Pull
baby.
up.
Yep.
Oh man, that was awesome, dude.
So what other questions you guys got? What else you guys got going on in your brain right now?
Man,
Where we at?
Man.
Oh, I got another one.
Okay.
He also mentioned congruence, right?
Yeah. that's
So
right.
is that how you say it?
Yeah, congruence.
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
What
So-
that is.
So
What that-
from what the little research that I did, that means the similarities of other shapes and pretty much a triangle. Like, so for you, how do you compare that to life? Because when I was trying to do research, it's like congruence is like similarities of things that are matched together and stuff. So I thought, like, I'm pretty sure you mean that by life, that you need similarities and like just in general and yourself and everything with other people. You need similarities to probably move on forward and fucking actually
Yeah.
like combine each other. Like, so that's what I got it from it.
Like
it.
the
So
patterns and stuff.
Yeah.
It's literally like.
like harmony.
yes,
Well, yeah,
it's kinda like that, yeah.
congruence just means like, look, whatever you stand for, whatever you preach, whatever you believe in, live it. Right?
Okay.
I think it's just hypocrisy when you say you're this positive person and like you want to make an impact on the planet and you want to make a difference and this and that and then on the flip side you're damaging people and you're lashing out to your spouse or you're
Yeah.
lashing out
Yeah.
to your kids or you're fucking breaking the law. You're doing all these things and it's like, well, how does that make sense? So congruence to me means like if you preach something, make sure you're living
Live
what
by
you,
it.
Yeah, like that's why I became vegan because I said like, look, I want to cause like my mission is to cause world peace. So if I'm eating animals, that's not world peace like.
So
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Okay, with the veganism, how do you feel about killing plants?
Plants don't have pain receptors. So plants like they have consciousness. I mean, it's everything is living,
Right.
but they don't have any pain receptors.
So what about like the fish that don't have pain receptors?
fish? Do have pain receptors.
No, I mean not fish. I mean like shellfish, like mussels or something like that.
they do, bro.
They all do?
dude.
Okay.
All of them have.
No, yeah,
like-
I was just asking. Yeah,
Yeah,
I was asking.
Even lobsters. I mean,
Okay.
lobsters. I mean,
Well,
they boil
yeah,
them
they
alive,
boil
bro.
them.
Yeah,
that's
bro.
Yeah, their crying, their cries are in silence, bro. You just like you can't hear them. Unfortunately, you just
Yeah.
can't hear them. But like I think about it like this: like why would God or source or why would we create
The
a
creation.
species that has emotions, that has a family, like that has like that has the
Friends.
same
Yeah.
similarities to us humans.
Right.
He wouldn't put it. He's like, why would you do that and then have them eat? Like
Yeah.
it's just that
Right.
it doesn't make sense.
No
Yeah.
one's here. No one's here eating us. So why?
Yeah.
Exactly. And there is some carnivores. Obviously, like there's like lions that eat wildebeest. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're doing it because they have to eat that. That's what their diet is.
Right.
But if you do enough research, you discover that we as human beings
Our intestines
are
are way
herbivores.
too long.
Yeah, the intestines are
Mhm.
exactly like every herbivore.
Right.
When we have meat that comes into the body, our
stays-
blood fucking becomes acid. It becomes acidic. So what happens is that the body's smart. So in order to neutralize the acidity, it releases phosphate from the bones. So it's like there's, if we actually were designed to eat it, why would we have to, why would we debilitate our health?
Yeah, we're deteriorating.
exactly.
Yeah,
by
we're deteriorating. You know what I mean? Like, and I remember growing up, I ate meat and I ate dairy and everything, and I used to have fevers like every 3 months.
Yeah.
I was always the doctor. Always,
Bro, I'm
taking medicine.
lactose, so
Yeah,
it's
so
like
you're like, I don't
Everybody's
even-
lactose because we ain't baby cows.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
We ain't baby
Exactly.
cows. You know what I mean? Like we're just like milk is freaking designed to create a 4,000 pound cow. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
we're not cows.
Not not 180 pound.
You know what I mean? Like it's just like, and I mean the way that they are having the dairy industry. I mean they're literally raping the fucking cow, and they're because they
Yeah.
have to be pregnant in order to
Yeah.
create milk.
Yeah.
That's the
Yeah.
whole difference. I mean, I could talk about veganism for hours, bro. That's just he's
He's like,
passionate
hold
about
on,
it.
guys.
And it's destroying the planet too. I mean, like the Amazon every second is being chopped down for like just just to plant food for like
Right.
these cows and stuff. And
Yeah.
it's just like it's unsustainable. And if you really think about this, like think about an advanced civilization. If you think about like what were the next 100 years be like? You're gonna think about
Oh, yeah.
technology, technological civilization, advanced. You're not gonna have a fucking farm with cows.
Yeah.
And you're gonna kill them to eat.
Yeah,
You're not gonna do that.
No.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No.
You don't. An advanced civilization.
You don't eat. I mean, if you think about it, you see any types of movies or shows with robots. Do they eat? No.
Yep.
Or robots that
Yep.
look like humans. They don't eat ever. They like maybe they simulate drinking something, but I
Right.
mean, you know.
well, what are astronauts? I mean, astronauts like eat like little packages. When they go
Yeah.
to space. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
I know
exactly.
Elon. We're gonna go to freaking Mars and everything. You know what I mean? So it's like we're gonna be interplanetary.
Yeah,
pretty
what
soon.
are you gonna eat? Freaking gonna bring a cow on there and just take little pieces off
put-
of them.
yeah, exactly.
Put a band-aid on me. You be all right. I'm just eat
And the
this.
cow has to breathe. They're not gonna take them into space.
I want that well done.
Oh
yeah,
Lord,
man.
that's all
Exactly.
bad.
One last thing I wanted to ask you before we
Alright.
get out of here. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
So, I mean, you're in your 30s right now, correct?
Mhm.
So, what do you think the biggest difference is, like, from how you were when you were in your 20s to now in your 30s? Like, what's the biggest difference that you see, like, in your lifestyle or just in general? What's it like to be in your 30s?
Great question. That's a great question. So I think in my 20s, I had this idea that I had to be a certain way.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like that I had to be a certain way, that I had to figure shit out, that I had to do this, that I had to do that. And I was constantly in a state of like stress and pressure on myself. And like I beat myself up a lot because I wanted to be at a certain place. And what I did is like when I gunned it and I sold a ton of houses, I mean, I was working almost 14, 15 hours every single day. I didn't see
Right.
my family. I was getting out of weight. I was not in shape. I like all these things became imbalanced in my life.
Mhm.
So because I was chasing like an idea,
Okay.
right? So it's just like, don't sacrifice time. Like that's my biggest difference now is like, I'm happy with who I am. I don't need anything to be happy. I don't need a certain car. I don't need a certain house. I don't need anything outside of like, I'm fulfilled if I'm fucking sitting down and I'm meditating and I'm like, I'm with me and like, I know who I am. When I was younger, I didn't know who I was. Like, I just didn't
Yeah.
know who I was. So that's
Yeah.
why I was trying to figure that out. So now at my age, like, I know who I am finally. So then I'm the one that's creating everything.
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
So I choose the happy emotions constantly. You know what I mean? Like,
right over the
versus-
other ones.
versus because what we do is like when we choose the negative emotions, we beat ourselves up and we think that's going to make a difference, and it doesn't make a fucking difference. It makes things worse.
Yeah.
So like, that's the biggest difference. Like I beat myself up a lot when I was younger, and I made myself wrong, and I thought I needed to be at a certain place, and I made that up. So now that I'm 32 years old, I'm like, I don't need to be anywhere. I'm exactly where I need to be. I'm being divinely guided by God. I know exactly that I'm here for a higher purpose. And the more that I surrender to what's going on and showing up in my life, the happier that I am and the better my life becomes.
Right. Most
Yeah.
definitely, man. Sweet.
Yeah.
That's
Heck
beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
yeah.
mean-
Yay.
You have a last question? for
No,
me?
I think I'm good. We
I
can
have-
wrap it up. You can make it. You have one?
I have one,
Oh,
but
we already missed my sun gazing session, bro. It's cool.
Oh yeah, you should.
yeah, I already missed it, bro. It's already 8:07.
Yeah.
I see the sun's still out. That's why.
That's why
Yeah.
earlier I was like, "Hey, do you have any last questions?"
Hey, it's because we're in the flow. We're in the
Well,
zone.
Hey,
yeah, man.
all this positive energy, bro, man.
That's
I'm
right.
telling you.
I wanted to ask you,
Go
bro.
for it.
Alright.
So, like, I've been thinking of getting into sales for I've been in sales for a while, but
Yeah.
I want to switch it up, and I've been just on the fence about if I should get into auto sales or if I should get into real estate.
Right. Right.
What defining factors or what wisdom do you have to put in my head about that? I mean,
Right.
is that something that's a personal decision, or I want to do what's best for the rest of my life. I want to have a family later on. You know, I want to travel, and I want to
yeah.
I want to be happy, and I don't care about working. You know what I mean? I
Right.
just want to be able to build that for myself, and know that that's what I'm working towards, not towards someone else's dream.
Right.
And being at an auto dealership, a lot of times you see the GM, or you're just a
Yeah.
auto consultant. So you know what I mean? They're taking your commission and giving you pennies, and you're doing all the work. And I don't
Right.
want to get stuck in some type of situation
Right,
like
right,
that
right.
where I'm looking 10 years from now looking like crazy.
You like
like,
feel stuck.
hey, but I work at Honda. And
Right, right.
I got something for you too.
Yeah,
After
well,
we're
that's
done, I got something for you.
that is a great. I think it's a great question, and like it's predicated on what you want to do. But my biggest advice is you got to do something you're passionate about, because no matter what you choose as a vehicle, if you're not passionate and happy about what you're doing on a daily basis, you're wasting your time. Like you got to like do something because you're connected to it, and like your heart saying like that's what I want to do.
Right.
And it's like looking at sales in general. If you're looking at sales, look at what's going to pay you the highest, right?
Right.
Real estate will pay you the highest commission, and cars, my advice would be like learn the industry and then become an owner of a dealership.
Right.
Like have your own
Exactly.
dealership.
Exactly.
That's how you're going to make the big money.
Right.
But no matter what, you're going to have to start to work for someone in the
Of
beginning,
course.
and then learn the model, learn the systems, and then expand. So I guess the answer that I give you is like, you could do it in anything you want, but what
Yeah.
are you more passionate about, selling cars or selling houses?
Right.
And you
Right.
and you actually won't know until you actually do it, right?
Yeah.
So
most definitely.
just take action on it, do it, and then you're gonna figure it out.
yeah. Okay.
You
Yeah.
know,
I
and
mean,
don't be attached to it. Like if it doesn't work, I'm like, fuck, I sold cars. I'm like, I fucking love this.
Yeah.
But what if you're like, nah, this sucks?
Yeah.
What if you sell a house and then you fall in love with it, or you say like, I fucking hate this process. I don't want to do that.
Right.
Then at that point, you're gonna have a different mindset. So then it's gonna lead you to the next thing. So
Right.
my advice is just to stay open-minded, take actions of what your intuition is telling you, because your intuition is telling you this is what I should be doing. This is the next step for me. Just take action on that. Release all the doubts, and just like actually have real life tell you if it's real. or not.
Yeah. I
You know
got
what
time. I'm still young.
Yeah,
so-
Yeah, I mean, like we
Yeah.
gotta enjoy the fucking process, man.
Yeah,
Like,
man.
We got time. We
no
definitely
reason
got
to
time.
rush. Yeah. Most
Yeah.
definitely.
Exactly.
It's crazy that he says that because, I mean, you guys know I've been working in the sports industry for like almost 5 years now.
Yeah, man.
And, you know, I came into it like loving sports. I was like, yeah, I love, you know, sports. It's my thing, blah, blah, blah. But now, you know, I've been doing it for 5 years, and it's like, I don't love sports this much. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like,
And there's nothing wrong with that.
yeah,
Right,
yeah.
right.
And it's like, now I feel like me being 25, like, it's about helping people, you know, with me right now.
Yeah.
And it's also taking care of myself and my family.
Right.
So that's a very good point. That
And
you
that's
brought up
why I was
there.
saying. I mean, auto sales. That's another reason why I felt like it'd be a good industry for me to even be in, because in auto sales you can help people. You know, you can
Yeah.
you can see that mom and dad that's struggling to get a deal,
barely
And-
could
yeah,
even get around in
right?
their car,
and
you know?
their credit score is what, 20 points off. They have their down payment and everything, and you can give
Yeah.
them a chance. You know what I mean? And you can take that little cut in your commission to be like, hey man, well at least I help these people, and I still get to go home to my freaking
And
beautiful.
there's people that are balling selling cars, bro.
Yeah.
Like it's
Yeah.
just like
Yeah.
you could ball out with anything.
But
you know?
that's
Right.
not what matters at the end of the day. You know what I mean? Because like you said, I mean, you could ball and still feel shallow as hell.
Yeah.
Or still look up
Exactly.
and be like, damn, I've been working for 4 years. Like, when am I going to take
the
a
hell's
break?
my life all
Yeah.
about?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
what's
Yeah.
going on? What am I actually happy about?
Yeah, you can
Like,
get hit by a fucking car and die tomorrow.
Uh-huh.
Like
Yep.
you just worked and then like you just lived, you fucking created a program for yourself and you lived into your program, but you still lived in a program. You didn't do what you really wanted to
Right.
do.
Exactly.
Yeah,
You know,
man.
it's like fuck. So
Yeah, man.
you just gotta just be happy every day, man. That's
Yep.
the main thing. You gotta
Every
be
day is a
happy.
blessing.
Yeah, and then you gotta focus on growing. You know, that's what makes us happy. When we grow, when we know we're growing, that's what's really making us happy.
The progress.
When we know we're stuck and we're not taking any sort of action, we feel like crap.
It's
Yeah.
like
We just
water,
feel-
honestly. Okay, whoa, thank you for saying that, dude.
Water.
That just like
What?
that literally just like sparked something in my head, because if you think about stagnant water is just like gross as hell. Like
Yes.
it stinks, and you're like, what is the smell? It's
Dude.
water. But then if it's flowing, you can go to a mountain spring and just
Right.
bomb water.
Flame.
dude.
Flame.
Water is electrified. So you can Google Matsumoto, I think is his last name. Dude,
Yeah.
the secrets of water.
You saw the rice?
Yes, bro. So the rice test, the water test. I mean, like I literally speak into my water.
Yeah.
I
uh-huh.
literally speak in like love, abundance, great gratitude. You know, I speak
Yeah.
into it because we're 70% water, and our water literally it transforms when we speak into it.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it really does.
Even
You
with
know?
the what was it, the icicles or like
The crystals.
The crystals.
Yeah, because
crystals,
yeah,
right.
because they basically
froze
said
it.
one cup, like the guy was saying like hate, anger, and then one of them was love, and one of them was gratitude. All four of them were then frozen, and then under a magnifying glass, they saw the what's it called, the
crystalline
crystal
structure. Yeah.
The crystal structure on love and gratitude were beautiful, symmetric, geometrical like designs. The ones that was hate and like the negative one, it were
Loves.
gross and disgusting.
Oh yeah.
Really?
They were gross and disgusting. So
Damn.
it's like, so
Yeah.
when you speak into water, you transform the molecules in the water. Like and then the water system, how it operates is like there's all these angles like this, and that's not the natural way that water flows. Like in nature, water flows through like, just like in a river.
Right.
So our water system literally kills the water electricity into like, so we're drinking dead water basically.
Right.
We're literally drinking dead water. So the way that you revive it is by speaking into it, because it's also absorbing the environment's energy. So they go through like LA, San Bernardino, you go through all these different energies.
Yeah.
That water's carrying a charge of all that negative unconsciousness, because we're all connected.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We're all connected. Everything's connected.
Yeah.
So
Right.
make sure that when you eat your food or you drink your water, you speak into it. You speak and also like whoever cooks your food, you got to make sure that they're in a positive state too. 'cause
Oh yeah.
that shit can make you sick.
Say your prayers
Exactly,
before your
dude.
meal.
Yeah, that's
you know what
and I
I'm
think
saying?
that's what
Yep.
I think that's why
Yeah.
they say pray over your food.
Yeah, exactly.
It literally makes a difference.
Mhm.
It literally makes a difference. And I just never knew and never connected it to the scientific side. But Matsumoto, that guy, he passed away already, but he has a documentary. He has a bunch of work around that. It's powerful stuff, man.
Do you
Yeah,
drink
yeah,
water?
Do you drink alkaline water?
I try to.
Do you have alkaline system in your house?
I don't have an alkaline system. I don't. I mean, but I speak into my water.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
No,
I
I was
transform
just,
it. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just asking.
And I just
because-
drink 2 of these a day. 2 of these, like, because water's everything, man.
Yeah.
It is.
Water is literally everything.
Yeah.
You know, just like
Water is like the only thing I drink.
Yeah.
Yeah. Juice. I don't
used to
know.
drink
As
soda,
kids,
bro.
like
Soda,
it sucks
no,
because as
man.
kids, like they used to have the fire ass juice, like the high C, the
Tampico.
Capri Sun,
Tampico
Kool
was
Aid.
like
Sunny
half of the
D.
gallon
Yeah.
was sugar, I think, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sweet.
Like,
I can't
that
drink
shit
that
was
shit.
so bad for you.
I can't drink that shit. As soon as I take it, it's like,
Hell
oh,
no.
this is
No, I don't drink
Yeah.
any of that.
If I do,
Yeah.
I'll have to water it down just if I do want it. But no, I don't even
Yeah.
drink
Yeah.
that shit, dude. Like,
Yeah.
If I want juice, I make a smoothie.
Exactly.
You
Yeah.
know what
Yeah.
I mean? I'm
That's
like,
it.
dude, organic
Yeah.
fruit. And organic fruit against regular. Dude, bananas. I tried to get some
Man.
regular.
It-
Oh,
you could
my.
tell the difference
They
in
taste-
organic
They
food. You
taste
could really can.
gross, dude. Yeah.
And the thing is, my advice is like, some people are going to be able to get stuff or their hands on
True.
organic stuff. Some people are not.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So just make sure that you, again, put your positive intentions and believe that
Oh,
it's
yeah.
going to nourish you.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Because whatever you like, the placebo effect. If
Yeah,
you
you're right.
believe that it's going to be good for you, it's going to be
You're
good for
good.
you. If you think it's going to be bad for you, it's going to be bad for you.
Right.
So if you're like, this is all I can eat, I bless it and make sure that
You're
you're,
That's right.
you're
Yep.
saying it, that this is going to be good for me and my body.
Exactly.
Now,
yeah.
for that to work, do you have to say it out loud, or you can say it in your mind?
You can say it in your mind.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because literally the experiment was like they took a group like of like 8 people and they just prayed over like a water cup,
Yeah.
and the water transformed within like 3 minutes just with the people praying, and they were in their brain. And then they took an experiment even deeper. They prayed over water all around the world, and they tested the water one day before, and the water was like disfigured and around lagoons all over the world.
Right.
And then they prayed to basically this positive, beautiful energy, gratitude into the water like a day after, like a massive group of people, and it transformed the molecules all around the world in the water.
Okay.
So it's so powerful, man. It's so
Absolutely.
fucking powerful. We're powerful beyond measure. Like
Oh yeah,
beyond measure.
Dude,
Whatever.
you've seen the people getting drilled in the head and they're fine. Like the monks. No, you've seen that,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
No, I don't mean
Yeah.
I don't mean like
No,
the
I know what you're saying.
I know what you're saying.
They'll take a metal stake and put it in their chest and bang it.
Or they're
and then
kicking
just
or
like,
they're kicking themselves in the balls. Huh?
yeah,
I see that
no,
shit.
and they're just
Yeah.
like nothing.
Yeah.
They're like nothing, dude. Like if you
Just
kick me
taking
in the
it.
balls right now, bro.
No pain.
Bro, I'm done.
Yeah, bro. I'd be like, hey, stop the puck.
Yeah.
that shit.
Bro, oh
Yeah.
Lord, man, dude.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, we just
That's
gotta
the
work
point.
on ourselves, like you said.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. You know, you just whatever you believe, make sure you're freaking benefiting yourself at the end of the day. You know what I mean?
Yes,
Like,
Yeah.
sir.
Your belief
Yes,
system
sir.
has to serve you.
Right.
That's it.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's why some people that are bullies and they get over on people, that serves them, so it works.
Right.
I mean, it's not. I'm not saying that's what you should do, but I mean, you see people who are successful like that because that's what their belief system is. Hey, this is how I'm going to make it. This is how I'm going to be. They don't waver on that at all, and that's
Well, think about our president. I mean,
That's what I was thinking of. Yeah, exactly.
He believes he's right, and he's right.
Yeah.
He's right because he believes he's right. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
and the thing is, like,
exactly.
50% of the people agree with him and 50% disagree.
Right.
You know, just like that's why I always say I don't like to blame politics or blame like their leadership or the government. I think that people should just fucking notice their own power and make their own decisions.
Yeah.
Yep.
We don't have to. We don't need anybody to tell us.
Self-governing. Yeah.
Yeah, we don't need
Yeah.
anybody to tell us what we should think or we shouldn't think.
Right.
Like,
Yo,
Yeah.
be real though. Exactly. I don't
Yeah.
understand how people can think like even if you're fucked up in the brain, dog. You have a mom. If someone went in your mom's room right now and just started raping her, would you just be like, "Oh, okay,
No.
cool"?
I
No.
understand.
So why
Hell no.
the fuck would you do that to someone else?
Yeah.
How does that make sense? How?
make sense at all,
How does
yeah.
it make sense for you to take someone's fucking kid? If you had a kid right now and I just said, "Oh, cool, baby," and just dipped out, what would you do?
Exactly.
yeah, you defend that. Yeah, you defend that. You gotta protect yourself. Yeah,
Even people in something simple, just being rude to somebody or
Yeah.
cutting someone off, any of that. You
But
know,
the
like
thing
you said-
is, like, people think all that's okay. Bro, for clear example right here. R. Kelly. How long was he doing that shit, bro?
I don't know, dude.
Yeah.
Forever.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
But
all of
in
it-
his
yeah.
mind, you know, he thought it was okay. Even like the little girls that he was like, you know,
Taking
sexually
advantage of,
taking
yeah.
advantage of,
Yeah.
like they thought it was okay, you know?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's just
man.
like whatever they believe in, and that's the thing is like a lot
Yeah.
of people are stuck into belief systems that they think they created and they picked them up from the environment and
Right.
they don't even know
or
what
they've
they're
gotten
doing.
brainwashed, dude.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Well, dude, yeah, that's the other thing is like if you notice everything I share with you guys, I brainwash myself on what I
Right,
want to.
self-brainwash.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like you gotta
Definitely.
self-brainwash yourself.
Yeah.
Definitely,
Because
dude.
we're being brainwashed one way or another
Yeah.
by media, by everything around us. So we gotta just make sure that we
You gotta
brainwash
combat
ourselves
it.
too.
Yeah, you gotta combat it.
positive stuff.
Just driving, even like, on the side of the road, you see signs there. You see a drunk driver, call 911 or whatever like
Yeah.
that, and it's like, okay, well, how do you know if this person's tired or drunk? You see someone swerving, they're like, oh, they're drunk. Like they already put that in your head.
Or they're just texting on their phone, you know?
Right. They shouldn't be doing that, but
Yeah.
at the same time, it's just like you're you're taking things a step further than you
Yeah.
would have just because of a sign that was posted on the side of the road.
Right.
You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
Right,
It's just like, come on, guys.
Yeah, just people just need to stay in their own lane, bro.
Yeah,
That's like the biggest thing.
Uh-huh.
Stay in their own lane and respect other people's beliefs and like everybody can believe what the hell they want. You know,
Yeah,
it's like, as long as
man.
that's what you want to believe. That's cool.
Exactly.
Good for you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Hey Matt, so you got them shout outs over there?
Uh-oh.
It's that time. You know what time
for
it
the
is.
shout outs. What's up, baby? All right, come on.
Who you got? Who you got?
TJ. Hey, what's up,
Hey.
TJ, man? Shout out, bro. We appreciate you. Thanks for all the love, man.
Shout out
And,
TJ.
Yep, shout out TJ.
Shout out TJ.
And then my boy Savvy. What's up, baby?
Hey, what's
Hey,
good with
shout
the
out.
Savvy?
Thanks for the love, man. And we
Check
got
out his music too. Don't
Hey, yeah,
forget.
check.
Yep,
it-
yep.
It's the music page is the same, right? Savvy Cross, y'all. You know
Savvy
what I mean?
Cross.
Look
It's on
him
his
up
bio.
on it.
Look him up.
IG, baby. You're gonna find him, no problem. Shout out to our special guest, Leo, baby.
Hey.
Appreciate you.
Yeah, I appreciate you guys, man. I appreciate you guys.
Thank
Thank
you
I
for
feel
coming
enlightened,
through.
bro.
Yes.
Hey.
Yeah, it's been
feel
it's
great.
been great, man.
Thank you guys.
Yeah.
Shout out to good for Brandon, man. My boy Brandon.
Good for Brandon.
Brando
Okay.
Picablo, baby.
Yeah,
Thank you
yeah.
for the painting. We appreciate you.
We love it.
Shout out to Slow Burn Labs, man. Thank you for
Looking
all
up
the love.
with the banner right
Yes,
there.
sir. Thank
Yeah.
you for that. Y'all see it. Y'all see
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
And last but not
DAY1.
least, happy birthday to Ty Unfazed, baby. Thank
Hey,
you for all the
my
love,
cousin,
brother.
my
Yeah,
cousin
happy
Tyler.
birthday, brother.
Happy birthday,
Happy
bro.
birthday.
Happy birthday.
bud.
Heck yeah, man. That's the shout outs we got for y'all today, man. Thank
Sweet.
you, everybody, for tuning in
You
with
guys
us,
are
man.
good? Anything else?
Anything
Close it
else on
up,
your
man?
brain?
Anything
No,
you want to
man.
pick on our brain?
It's like, hey, I just acknowledge you guys for taking action on like your guys' ideas. You know, just taking action on your ideas is the most powerful thing you could do. You know what I mean? It takes courage.
Yeah.
So congratulations for taking courage on your
Thank you.
dream.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Congratulations
Thank you.
for taking
brother.
action and being a vehicle of like your message, and just keep going, keep pushing forward, keep creating, and don't let anybody stop you.
Nice.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. I appreciate
Thank
that.
you. Well,
Thank
we
you, brother.
appreciate you, coming by, being on the show.
Yeah.
I think, people are going to feel real enlightened and motivated to do what they need to do to get over the hump,
That's right.
We appreciate having you.
Yeah,
Yes,
thank
sir.
you guys.
Thank you.
you.
All right.
All right, guys. That's pretty much it. Thank you guys.
Peace.
Good night.
Go
Peace out.
subscribe to us on
Hey,
YouTube.
appreciate
Yeah.
you, everybody. Thank you. You know, you guys got the IG, YouTube, everything. Have a great night, everyone.
All right, y'all. We out.
Peace.